Hi guys, you're welcome back to the Lily and Nina show. And today's just Nina here today, and I'll be doing a recap of the Bachelorette season 17, Katie Thurston season, the finale episode. Finally, we're here, episode 10. The finale episode is here. And it's going to be quite a quick one because nothing really significant happened apart from one thing which I was expecting anyway. So first and foremost, we are shown like a flashback of what happened in the last episode between Greg and Katie, the breakup that was so emotional and heartbreaking, and how things just turned a full 180 between them. And then we're taken to the present. We see Katie contemplating if she wants to stay on the show and finish her journey. For me, at this point, I already know that she's going to stay, and I don't know why she was contemplating too much when in her heart of hearts she had already made up her mind. Maybe it's just to drum up the dramatic effect for the show. Okay, if that's your game plan, okay, Katie, I see you. Anyway, so we see Katie go on this date with Blake. It was really lovely. We see her take Blake to see her parents, not her parents, her mom and her aunt actually. And they drill him hard, especially Aunt Lindsay. Oh my goodness, she drills him so hard, honestly. And anyway, at the end of the day, Katie's mom loves Blake and she wishes them all the best. Katie's happy. In the night portion of their date, they proclaim their love for each other. It was so heartwarming to see, but at the same time, I couldn't help but think, is this just a rebound for Katie? Because she was clearly into Greg. And if it's not a rebound for Katie, then Greg was right. Greg was right, guys. If you remember the last recap that I did, I mentioned on there that Greg was hurt. Greg felt like, if it's me, then choose me. If it's me, then you wouldn't have a problem saying it. You wouldn't have a problem making me feel like, yes, you're falling for me and you need me here, not just as a number. So that means Greg was right. And then if it's a rebound, that means Greg hurt her so much. I mean, Greg's words either way was hurtful. It was hurtful. It was really hurtful. But anyway, so we then go on to Justin. No, so remember at this time she had said she loves Blake. So another thing that came to my mind is, if you're telling someone you love them, which you said you wouldn't say until the very last person here, but you still have Justin. So is he just a shadow? Is he a ghost on the show? Now you're looking like a hypocrite, because that's what you told Greg. You told Greg you couldn't give him that kind of affirmation until there is a last person, a last man standing. And there was no last man standing. You still had Justin in the running for your heart. So I don't know, it makes you look like a hypocrite, Katie. And guys, I really love Katie. I've been team Katie all season long, even throughout this cringe fest of a show. So it was really sad for me to see that she broke her own rules, but she couldn't break it for Greg. So that takes it back to Greg wanting to leave, because I think he felt like, I'm not going to be picked. I'm not going to be chosen as the one, not just as a number, to stay here, to receive a rose. I think he felt it in his bones, and his intuition was protecting him. Because if it was that quick for Katie to move on to say, I love you to someone while someone else was still in the running for her heart, then, I mean, this is just turning into some kind of a soap opera here. You say you're going to do one thing and then you do another. Anyway, she has to break it off with Justin because she has already told one man here that she loves him and she's ready to end the show. And it was heartbreaking as well to see Justin leaving. Justin has just been like this, unexpected front runner. We never expected him. It's sad because Now, during the tell all, she gets to meet Justin and speak to him, and we can all see how Justin is so emotional. He felt like he was just going along for the ride just for the sake of it, and never feeling like he was chosen, really chosen. It was really sad. They had an emotional reunion, and yeah, patched things up. They had closure. So we're on to the portion of the episode, which is the one we've all been waiting for, and it's a will he, won't he situation. So we have Tasha call up Neil Lane to send some rings down, not knowing if Blake is really going to propose for real. And we have Blake, feeling all confused and in his head about whether he should propose or whether they should take things slow, or whether he might have to leave her because she wants to get engaged. Anyway, at the end of the day, we see him walk down to meet with her at the proposal stage, and he proposes. He does propose after Katie delivers this very heartwarming speech. I think hers was better than Blake's, like 100%. 100%. That's just my own opinion. Oh well, we see them happy, engaged, and ready to take on life and live happily ever after. So congratulations to the happy couple. Congratulations. And then we go on to Greg. She meets up with Greg, and that's where the fire starts. She starts being all hysterical. She's not calm at all. She's not talking to him in a nice way. And I can understand. Don't get me wrong, guys. She's a scorned woman. I understand that she feels hurt. She feels betrayed at the whole 180 that Greg pulled on her. She feels like he spoke down to her. I also feel the same way. He wasn't really speaking with love and kindness to her. Even though he had a right to say what he needed to say, he had a right to feel hurt as well. He had a right to feel like, I don't think this lady's going to choose me, and yeah, I better bounce. He had a right to do all of those things and to feel all of those things. Now, for Katie, for Greg speaking to her the way he did, I think that was wrong. I think that was very wrong. So, I understand where the anger is coming from, but then it makes her look like there is something there. There is still something there, because she was so angry. She spoke to him over and over again, with an accusatory tone and saying, "Oh, you took acting classes, so then you did a whole show. You used me to act." And Greg was smirking and saying, "Acting? Really? Okay, you think that my feelings there was all for a show?" But I really do think, in my own mind, my own opinion is, I think Greg knew. He had a feeling that it was going to be Blake. I think so, because if Katie's saying, I was feeling those feelings of love for Blake, then Greg was right. It's hard to say, but yeah, Greg was right. So I can't help but feel like I'm Team Greg at this point, because he was right. He was right. You acted like a hypocrite. You told someone you loved them while there was still another man in the running, but you said you were going to save it for the very last man standing. You couldn't affirm him, showing that you had a stronger connection with someone else. So, Greg was right, guys. Greg was right. Anyway, then of course we have the end of the show, which is Blake coming out to meet Katie and proclaiming their love for each other and saying when they fell in love for each other, blah blah blah. And the show ends. The season ends. It was just a roller coaster of emotions this season. You never know what was going to happen. Michael leaving the show, Andrew leaving first and foremost, she asking Andrew to stay, and then also having Greg leave the show. It was just too much happening, and I think this is the first time that I saw just a lot of people leaving the show, leaving the lead. So that was another thing that I observed throughout the course of watching this. and just seeing some kind of behaviors exhibited by Katie. And I was a big fan of hers during Matt's season, but in her own season, I just felt like there were some behaviors she exhibited, especially I remember her driving Thomas away the way that she did was so uncalled for. So I just felt like I got to see more of Katie and parts of her that I really didn't love, I really didn't like. But of course, that's what makes us human. I'll still be supportive of her, and I wish her and Blake all the very best. But yeah, this is my recap, and this is, my take on the Bachelorette season 17, Katie Thurston season, the season finale. And yeah, guys, that's it for me. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, more content coming your way. And like this video, share it. And don't forget to leave a comment down below. What did you think of the whole season? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you indifferent? What did you think of the finale? What did you think of the Katie and Greg stint? Please leave your comments down below. Till next time, guys, just Nina saying out.